Hello, I'm Mike Cisco with the IT Manager Institute. Welcome to my segment on whiteboard lessons. This one is number 2, Drain the Swamp. You may have heard the term drain the swamp before. It's been used in political circles in recent years. I first wrote about it in 2001, and then I added it to my IT Manager Models book when I wrote that in 2004. So I've been using it a long time. In the Models book, each model has 2 pages that talk about the model itself, gives you some key points, and then a further detailed discussion on the right hand page. Drain the Swamp is model number 24. Well, what is Drain the Swamp? Well, Drain the Swamp means that IT organizations can be so busy wrestling with problems that they can't make progress. They're just so busy reacting to the problems and those kinds of things, they don't make any progress. Well, if IT would attack the source of the issues, the problems will go away. For example, it's just like the alligators in swamp. If we drain the swamp, attack the source of the issue, the alligators disappear. They tend to go away. They're not going to hang around. So let's dive into this model for a bit. You want to pull back from the chaos. If you go into a situation and it's just chaotic, you got to pull yourself back and take a look at what's going on. You need to evaluate the situation, and what you want to do is you want to identify what the source of problems are and then attack the source of the problem. For example, in this image below, the problem is not the fact that the water is dripping. The problem is the fact that one of the pipes needs to be tightened up to keep that from dripping. It's not the leak itself, it's what's causing the problem. So key points in Drain the Swamp are reactive managers get lost. We react because it's easier. It's very much easier to react to a situation than it is to be proactive, to plan, and to be focused. It's just easier to react. So most people in the world are actually more reactive than they are proactive. Well, reactive managers not only get lost, but they stay lost in the detail. They just get banged around like a ping pong ball almost. Well, day-to-day issues tend to fill their time and fill their IT organization's time. And what this results in, it results in very little progress. So IT organizations aren't making progress because they're reacting to issues that come up. And believe me, in an IT organization, you're going to have issues pop up every day if you've got an IT organization of any size and a company that's really doing anything. You want to clearly define your objectives. Define your objectives. Identify what it is you need to do and then figure that out. Target your efforts and then take charge of your situation. So what you want to do is you want to be more proactive in defining your objectives and taking charge of your efforts to go after those objectives. You want to seek the source of problems. If you're reacting all the time and you've got all these issues coming up, you need to figure out what's causing these problems. Discover the problem sources, attack the source with enthusiasm, and eliminating the source is going to have many benefits. I'll talk about that in a second. Stay focused on your plan, the objectives. Achieving the plan is the key. The plan should include draining the swamp. So maybe you've got a lot of issues that you need to address. Maybe there's certain types of objectives your company wants to achieve and so on. Well, the plan needs to include those. But if you've got a chaotic support organization that's caused by a lot of problems, you also want to include draining the swamp or attacking some of the sources of these problems. So keep pushing forward. You want to fight alligators only as required, or fight your problems only as required. Remember, alligators are the problems that you're having. Those are not the problem. They're not the real problem. The real problem is the swamp. So stay focused on the real prize, the real objectives that you have in your IT organization. And a big part of that is achieving the plan or achieving your objectives. Stop it. Stop fighting alligators or stop reacting to problems and focus on draining the swamp or eliminating the source of what's causing all your IT support problems. Stop fighting the alligators and focus on draining the swamp. There are big benefits. You're going to have a higher productive team. You personally are going to be more productive, but your team's also going to be more productive. It's going to improve client satisfaction when they don't have all these problems. And it's going to increase your IT credibility when you address these issues. There's a powerful statement that you can send within IT. IT recognized a problem, we identified the source of the problem, we took action, and we got results. That's very powerful. It doesn't have to be a complex statement. It can be very simple. But we recognized a problem was occurring, we identified the source of those problems, we took action, and here are the results that we got. Very, very positive. All right, key points of Drain the Swamp. Reactive managers get lost. Not only do they get lost, they stay lost. Clearly define your objectives. Seek the source of the problems and stay focused on your plan. And part of that plan needs to be draining the swamp or eliminating the source of problems. And fight the alligators only as required. You want to create an organization that's moving forward, so you only want to fight the alligators only as required to help you move forward. All right, drain the swamp. Drain the swamp is a good management principle. I've seen it time and time again with young IT managers or in IT organizations that are not doing well. If they would only figure out what's causing their problems and go attack those issues, the source of those issues, they'd be much more effective. My YouTube IT Manager Institute channel is 4 parts. There's quick tips, there's IT Manager 101, which includes a lot of my Practical IT Manager training series classes, IT humor, and whiteboard lessons. I hope you'll subscribe to my channel and get updates to these when I release them every week. If you're interested in more IT Manager resources to help you achieve more success, take a look at my website, itmanagerinstitute.com. Thanks again. I hope you'll subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I look forward to delivering you a new one here in a few days. Best of success.